Hey everyone, Mark the Movie Man here. Welcome to the Final Cut. Got a familiar name with today's film, but in a slightly different genre than we're used to seeing. This is a dramatic romance with thriller elements in it, and it's called Yesterday is Almost Here, and it's from director Jostin Ramon Feeney, giving us the story of Douglas Winter, who's an aspiring screenplay writer who has the support of his actress wife, and he's trying to make it. He used to be a salesperson, but now he wants to be a screenplay writer. And when he is visited by a former co-worker and work friend, Dan, Douglas thinks that Dan and his wife Veronica may just be having an affair. This leads him on an interesting odyssey with Dan's wife Pia, as he thinks that maybe there might be something there. And it gets very complicated very quickly with Yesterday is Almost Here. Jostin Ramon Feeney giving us a sharply directed, multi-layered, complex look at relationships that kept me intrigued from start to finish. I was not sure where this was going to go. I mean, it starts off fairly quickly with Douglas suspecting Dan and his wife Veronica of something going on, and it just escalates from there. What's interesting is this film feels like it's being told specifically from Douglas's perspective for most of this movie. So everything you see, from how people are acting to their personalities to everything, really feels through Douglas's eyes, who is rather paranoid and jealous and worried, right, of this relationship that's happening between these two, and also perceiving, well, maybe, if they're having an affair, Pia might have some, we might have something going on here. Why not, right? And it just gets very, very complex, and I love that. There's some great dialogue written here between these characters. It felt very natural, and it also brought up a lot of questions with folks. There's one particular scene on a porch that things get very shocking as far as the dialogue goes with it, and I loved that because it used that instead of possibly some visuals where they could have gone a different direction, like you see with films of this nature. Now, Douglas Winter is played by Nicholas Brendon, who puts in a wonderfully intense performance. I was not expecting that. I'm sure everybody's used to him being from like the Buffy guy, right? But he's done a lot of work since then, and here he really brings the dramatic tension and paranoia with the Douglas character. You can tell he gets into it to where you won't even recognize him as anything but Douglas Winter. Then Dan Mackey's played by the talented Philip Andre Botelho. Now, Botelho was in All Jacked Up and Full of Worms, which I loved because it was just so out there. And he's been in 2025 Armageddon and a lot of other projects. And Botelho bringing that talent to give you a character you're not really going to like for the most part. He's got an abrasive, obnoxious personality, but there are a few cracks in that personality that make you think maybe he does have a little bit of heart underneath all of that boisterous front that he puts up. And maybe that's what Pia, who's played wonderfully by Shoshana Wilder, sees in him. I like the dynamic between these two and the Pia character as well, because she is the one who, out of all of these characters, you probably get the best idea of where she stands. And she seems the one that has most of her stuff actually put together, though you kind of wonder why she's with Dan, but that's okay. I mean, you'll get that, right? And then Jackie Moore plays the Veronica Collier character. We saw her in Dawn, and she just showing that talent here. Very interesting dynamic between Veronica and Douglas, and that's thanks to the chemistry between Nicholas and Jackie. These two really make you feel like they are a couple, but they have their own inner issues besides Douglas's paranoia that Veronica may be cheating on him. So there's a lot of layers to pull back in Yesterday is Almost Here that I think if you're looking for something different in your drama, with thriller elements in it, one of those films that really explores the complexities of relationships and, internal feelings. Yeah, Yesterday is Almost Here should be seen. That'll about do it for us here on the Final Cut. Hey, don't forget to check out my interview with both Jostin Ramon Feeney and Philip Andre Botelho right here on the YouTube channel, where we talk about Yesterday is Almost Here. Very fun conversations that I think you'll enjoy. Thank you so much for your support, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.